Hey you guys, what's up? It's Claryberry. I am here going live because my kids aren't here, so I have a little while before they get home. So hopefully this live will go okay and I won't get interrupted. So I want to welcome you. I wanted to do a general collective reading just because I know that things are going on, things are moving in the skies right now. So it makes sense to kind of get a feel for the new energy coming in. And I don't know about you guys, but I can feel it. And I got new cards. Check out how tiny and cute they are. I already forgot what it's called. Oh, what's it called? Harmonious Tarot. So they're cute. They're very, very cute. They're very calming. They're tiny though. It's my first tiny deck, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I like them a little bit bigger. I don't know that I'll keep on going, but I do like the differences in sizes. I like to be able to throw the little ones on top of the big ones. Anyway, welcome to this reading. Welcome to the general collective reading. This reading is for like this time period, but if you're watching this whenever, resonates with you, take from it what you will. Some things just don't have time attached, okay? So we're gonna jump right in here with shuffling these cards and getting ready because I am going to do my normal thing, and I want to talk a little bit about what's going on. And I am still pretty new to astrology, but I really think that the moon's influence is really underestimated. People, your moon is, to me, it's more who your like true self is rather than your sun. So whenever you have such a close planet affecting you, I think it's more, it has more of a, obviously it has a big pull on me because I am a Cancer sun and a moon sign, but I think it does have a big play on other people more than we would even know or like to, admit. Okay? Clear audience again. Notice the loving guidance. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Pay attention to the signs. You're having guidance. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. I'm sorry, you guys. Next time I'll remember. I'm not going to worry about it right now, especially since we're live. But yeah, the moon right now has pretty much just left Cancer. So we're coming from a few days where we were more, kind of inward, maybe a little inward of a weekend, veering towards that, at least thinking about it, being like self-preservatory, if that's a word. Just trying to kind of focus on your own personal needs and your feelings, making yourself feel good. So Leo is a little bit different, it's kind of more that outward fiery, obviously, energy, and it's more about like this recognition, like a child wanting energy, wanting attention, from their parents. It's like and it's not even a negative. People think about it as like egotistical, but it's a natural need, to want love and appreciation and all of these things. So I think this actually pairs really nicely with the sun going into Libra, because Libra's already all about balance and relationships, especially. And it's gonna have, and there's also other, like the Mercury is in Libra as well. And there's gonna be some working things out, I feel like, this upcoming week into the weekend, especially with this new moon in Libra. And it's going to be about creating new beginnings with your relationships. Like, it's kind of like to the point where I feel like people are a little bit like, I don't know, I feel like I get a really good read on people, and I feel like the people around me are kind of, they're just like not like all gung-ho about like doing the job, getting it done, like focused on like matters that be, sometimes things shift and it's a little bit more focused on people, the people around me, make sure whether it's taking care of people or, just starting somewhere, that's the conversation that goes on at that time. Okay. So what do we need to release? So we have the waning moon, which is pretty applicable here. Like I said, coming up on a new moon. I'm going to take it. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Compassion and forgiveness. So right away, compassion and forgiveness to yourself. Okay, because everything starts with you, right? You're a little busy bee. You're taking care of your own stuff. You're taking care of your inner. You're taking care of this inner. You're taking care of this inner. Like, follow your instincts to do the inner work, basically, is what this is. And your compassion and forgiveness that you're going to show yourself is going to make it easier for you to show that to other people. And we all know it's very important, health wise, to do the forgiving thing and make sure that you're being forgiving, like I said, to everybody. There's just no reason not to, and it only hurts yourself. So, okay, so we discussed the moon. We're going into this, like I said, it's like this warm period. We're being like, how can we be more generous? And a lot of this, when people say stuff like this, it's like, oh, does this mean we're automatically going to feel like this and automatically want to do it? No, not necessarily. This means that these are the themes that we're playing around with in our heads. So it's a great time to do inner child work with the moon in Leo. And it's going to be there for the next couple days until it goes into Virgo. But it also has to do with all of this positive stuff I've been talking about, like this childlike zest for getting attention, being noticed, appreciation and praise. And there's also like this mask that can go up because of the ego, like a pride mask. And so we need to be careful about that and make sure that, we're not doing crazy things or trying to, in any way manipulate people to try to get this attention and get this praise. Has to be a loving, like playful, reacting, give and take as well. It's not just about the recognition and the praise that we can receive. It's about what we can give. So it's also a good time like for attention to detail. So, work things might be going pretty well, even in Cancer and the Leo moon. And again, the relationship boosts, that we do get and the focuses that we get on that throughout Libra Sun, are really, again, they're going to all areas of our lives. So utilize that, make these connections and be fair, in your relationships and always treat people, to see their divinity just as much as you're going to see your own, because that's the way that it is. And when you do that, it really helps to make this a little bit easier. But you're noticing the guidance you have inside your mind, but also from other people. So when you're kind of recognizing, well, I may not want to take their advice, but they're well-meaning, I know this, and you're able to forgive. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in the situation. So this might be, this is kind of a big cohesive message here. We need to release something. We need to notice the loving guidance that we're getting. The guidance comes from everywhere too. Don't think about it as just your mind or just from other people. This is, again, everything's holistic. Everything's holistic inside and out. So the loving guidance can come from the outside. It can come from nature. It can come from the ancient books. It can come from your studying and your reading and your meditating, your prayer. It can come from like these conversations with other people or events that happen with other people. Like all of these things, get your guidance from everywhere. And that's a good way to like hone your intuition, is to kind of look for those second witnesses, as I call them. When something is showing up, synchronicity. Oh, well, this showed up in this other area of my life. That's uncanny. No, it's trying to tell you something. It's a guide. Your guide and your senses for feeling your feelings are all here to guide you, and that's why we keep them clear. That's why we try to stay pure and like clean and healthy in general, so we can get the signs, stay in the communication, stay in the instinct. Really, it's like animals. They know what they're doing, like the bees, they fly so many miles, and they have this one purpose, because they know their purpose, because they're fully engaged, and they're not blocking themselves off, with their minds, which are supposed to be so great, and all this stuff. Like they're able to get the job done, and their job isn't just like a shallow job either. Like they're doing their work. And that's why they do it, because it feels good. And we can get on that same level, like we can get on that same level as the animals, but we can have that sort of knowing that what we're doing is the perfect thing for us to be doing. And when you get to that point and you kind of figure all this stuff out, it's great. You feel it on so many levels, in every level, and everything starts to come together, and you have more and more of these synchronicity moments and all of this stuff. But you're not going to get there until you stop and do some work and release some of this stuff. Big on this forgiveness piece. Okay? Forgiving, and again, going into the shadow work and the inner child healing right now is huge, because we're having inner child again pop up like this, and second witness things all across the board. It's coming off in the astrology You know, this is a great time. The moon in Leo, having to do with inner child work. This is like yelling at us to go back. Go back. Stuff needs our attention. We need to release something. We need to be able to see clearly. Clear as the starry night. You know what I mean? We can do it. We can change. There is nothing in life that is constant except for change. So don't feel like you're stuck. You're never stuck. As long as you have a will, where there's a will, there's a way. Look for the guidance. Okay, let's get started. That's enough pre-talk, right? Okay, I'm so glad you guys are here. Again, general collective readings. Let's do one more. Oh, snap. Love that little hook on the end. Okay. So, overall, we're going, I feel like, in the right direction. Things are going well. You are, this is, do that inner child work. You know, you're already on the path. That's why you're here. Your guides are telling you, you know, your body is screaming out for it. Not your body, your whole energy, all your energy. You know what nourishes you. That's why you're drawn to this. You need to do this inner child healing work. Again, that's just the first thing. Like, get right to it. And if you've been doing it, great. Again, that's why you're here, because it's so important and you need to do more. It is all nourishing. Again, it nourishes every single part, all these holistic areas of your energy, your finances, your financial, your social, your spiritual, you know, your physical, your environmental, your feng shui, all of the stuff, all of the O's. All right. So yeah, pureness of intentions was a big focus with Virgo, and that kind of leads us up to this energy with Libra, where, you know, we're making, you know, like I said, what we built on with the Virgo is kind of like, we're there now, and hopefully we did good there so that we can do even better now, because it's like higher ideals. Higher is a lot of mental, it's a lot of planning ahead. It's a lot of, where are we going? What have we done? You know, where have we been? Where are we going? Okay. Going down this road. It's been a long road, and it's going to be a long road, but it's a beautiful freaking road, and it's fun. And, you know, make sure that you're not taking pleasures in any kind of drama. There should be the only pleasure that you can get drama from, if at anything, is like drama TV and drama movies. You know what I mean? Like, you no longer do you place your blame on other people. Okay, release this anger, release this situation that you're not being forgiving. It's really blocking you. It's blocking your change, and it's time. The winds like are ripe for change. So it is time to take this dive into, and all you need to do is say it out loud, you know, and keep saying it out loud for a week or two. You know, I release this, I forgive so and so. I, you know, just say it. Don't say I am going to forgive them. No, you say I am. I have, even, although it's better if it's like in the current, you know, present tense. But yeah, you need to look within, not to any other people to solve your problems right now. That is just going to delay the solving of your problems. It's all about you right now. It's all about you stepping up. You have the keys to get everything that you want. Everything that you really, truly want and need. Let's put that disclaimer in there. I'm not saying, oh, you want $1 million. For some reason right now, $1 million isn't what you actually need. You know what I mean? But that's the beauty of it. It's like, you just figure out what you need, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. It's at least the 4th video I'm saying that on. But they're going to start copyright claiming me. So it's about yourself. It's about showing up for yourself. It's about setting those boundaries that need to be set. It's about speaking clearly, speaking from your higher mind. Do not speak. If you can't speak from your higher mind, do not speak. Say, I don't know. I'm processing. Can I get you an answer later? This is why people like text and email so much, is because, well, it's convenient, and you're able to get back to somebody on their terms. You're not, I mean, calls are rude to the younger generation if you didn't know. Most of you probably know this. Calls are rude to the younger generations because you're actually making them stop what they're doing. You could be doing something important and then answer this phone call. Whereas a text is more like, okay, I'll get to it when I get to it when I can. That's kind of the discrepancy here. And this is what, you honestly, I don't even know where I was going with that. Hopefully you guys can make the leap because I just got distracted and looking at the next card. The only way that you're going to be able to manifest what you really, really want is by taking that leap and being this better version of yourself, this stronger version of yourself. Like, again, your higher self. You have to operate from that higher self and not look to other people. That's not taking you anywhere on the path. In fact, that's moving you backwards into this place where you're just flowing and paddling like a fish that can't even swim. I don't even know if that makes sense. But this is what needs to happen. We need the moon and strength and the star. Okay, like obviously you go in and then you're able to create. Like do the shadow work, do the inner child healing, the switch work on my program. Right now it's free, guys. It's not going to be free for very long. So check it out while you can. Again, it's in my playlist, both channels, Claryberry and Claryberry Sanctuary. Check out the program. The rest of the stuff's going to be free for a while now. But like I said, check out the program and get that learned unless you want to pay for it later. I mean, I'm down with that too. But I'm just trying to give you a heads up, like I said, and this is going to help you, help the world, help you get what you want, help you get what you need. And what you need, what you truly, truly need, okay? Not just what you think you really, really want. What you truly, truly need is what is best for the earth. It's what's best for the world. It's what's best for everybody out there. Everything holistically. You know what I mean? It's like veganism. It's good for the animals. It's good for the energy, the spirituality. It's good for the environment. It's good for people's health. It's actually good for the monetary systems. It's good for the rainforest, like every piece of the environment. Like you could break it down and talk for half an hour. Don't get me started on that, though. There's a time and there's a place, although this is Claryberry channel. So, hey, it is what it is. Wow. Another sign to do inner child work. If this is not a sign to do inner child work, you guys, I don't know what is. It's going to make your life the most beautiful version that you've ever even imagined it to be. It's the way to get what you want. It's the way to feel how you want to feel. It's the way to help you even pare down and figure out what you really, really want. Okay? And you're supported right now. And the more you are aware and in the process of thinking about and looking for signs from your guides, look for them. Keep your eyes peeled. They're hidden. You gotta see them sometimes. You gotta look for them. When you train yourself to do that, you're opening yourself up to a whole new possibility of interacting with your spirit side on a deeper level. Okay? So, very important. Treat yourself well. Treat yourself like a child. Outer child health is just important as inner child health. Eat the right foods, drink that water, get that sleep, go for a walk. Look at the sights. Look at the nature. Get in nature somehow. I don't care. Look at some green stuff. Go sniff on a tree. Go hug a tree. I don't care. Okay? It'll help you. It helps you clear your mind. It helps you to be able to kind of get a reset, get a factory reset, especially if you're in like an office all day or inside cleaning or working, whatever you're doing. And then it's like, let yourself go free. Like we really don't, this culture just doesn't take into consideration how important it is to like ground yourself, to get out in nature, see the sights on so many different levels, physical, spiritual, mental. It's all connected. That's why we do what we do. Okay? So, this may be like, I feel like some people are going to be out of touch with this reading because, wow, their lives are so crazy right now. They've been going through so much shit. It's like everything's hunky-dory here. You've been doing your work. Well, if you haven't been doing it, you want to do it. And I know that you've been having some tower moments. Okay? I know this has been a crazy summer. Don't get me wrong. I've been going through it myself. It feels like it's never going to end. All this negative stuff I could say, I don't even like to verbalize it. Okay? It's been crazy, but we're learning lessons. And if you don't learn these lessons, then you're going to be less apt to be able or less capable of being able to help other people in the future. Our adversity gives us the experience to help. the younger generations. Okay, so just look at it that way. There's a silver lining in everything. We just got to find it. Okay, doing this work and starting to follow through with, again, like going to the playlist, clicking on it, actually watching it in your free time. Watch it as you're exercising, watch it as you're walking. I do this all the time now. I'm like a YouTube fiend because I've learned so much, and that's why I'm here to share with you, because it's helped me so much. I have taken my power back. Okay, and again, this Libra thing, I just want to say, it's not all, oh, everything's going to be peaceful and harmonious in our relationships because it's Libra time. No. Okay, this means, again, we're thinking about this. We're thinking about relationships. Okay, we're thinking about balancing out things. We're thinking about how we can make things right in some situations, and this may not be comfortable. We're thinking about how we need to set our boundaries so that other people make things right, maybe. Okay, it's about compromise, it's about negotiation. It's not all, oh, peaches and cream, everything's balanced right now. It's like we have to do the work, we have to be the scale, we have to make it happen, because if we don't do it from internally, it's not going to happen. Okay, but it is, we're a little bit more calm and kind, not calm necessarily, we're a little bit more like kind and somewhat balanced in ways, and poised. So it is a good time, to have these conversations. You can be understanding, you can think about the other person's side, and maybe other people who may not be as good as that might be a little bit better at it right now. So again, a good time to maybe have discussions, maybe meet up and have dinner, hash out the things that you've needed to talk about for a while. And again, always do that stuff in a loving manner. Put aside your immediate feelings for somebody, and think about your past and your history and what this person actually means to you, and think about it a little bit deeper, and then just make sure, and again, gather yourself before you give answers and say things that you regret and all of that stuff. But again, I think that this sun in Libra is kind of helping with that whole thing, helping us get to those conversations. Social pursuits in general. I'm seeing a lot of like hobnobbing and stuff, but that's just because of my work. A lot of this goes deep, and it has to do with loyalty, and how, and recognizing how what we do affects others, how we can start to please other people instead of hurt them, perhaps. All of these are conversations, and even just like I said, ideas that we're pondering, or themes that are kind of resting on us, is actually exactly how I see it. So I want to thank you for coming in. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, etc., check out the description boxes, and if you don't see anything in there, check out claireberry.com for ways on how to get readings. And yeah, wow, we got another sun here, and the Judgment. Okay, so this is really, really strong. This is just like extra. It's really hard to see these. I wonder if you can even see anything. But this is like really good, like wrap up, and like it's almost like summarization of the whole, reading. It's a good time. It's a warm time. This is a time to live and to love, and it can be a really fun, time, and it can also be a really fruitful time. Like this weekend, especially, we're actually going to be moving from the moon in Leo to the moon in Virgo for a couple days, and then is going to be the Libra moon, and that's going to be the new moon. And so that, again, we're having all of these Libra themes already. It's like we're kind of gearing up for them in the moon. And when we have a new moon, again, it's more about new beginnings. So once we get to that point, which I believe, is the 28th is the new moon. So what is that, Saturday? I don't even know. That's funny. Yeah, the 28th is Saturday. So depending, on what time or whatever, I don't even know. It's not 5:37. I didn't write it down. But this is, like I said, this is themes that we're dealing with, themes that we're going to have to think about, and it's going to be even amplified to get that in our mood, because it's like, I don't know, like I said, with you guys, I feel it. Like I feel different now that it's changed, that both the sun and the moon have changed into new arenas. But the Libra energy, it's like a little slow boil right now, but when it comes up in our moon and when it comes up on a new moon, it's going to be like boiling up. And it's like these themes again, alliances, partnerships, doesn't have to be relationship, like significant others and our people, our person, but it could be any relationships really, but it's mainly like relationships that are really strong and important for you right now, or that you wish were strong or whatever. But this is with the new moon, it's about new foundations and moving on. And Libra is really good at that. Again, like changing because of these relationships. Like, this is what relationships is for. This is why it has to do with our health and holistic health, is because they're ingrained in us. You have your soul family, you have your tribe, you have your twin flames, you have whoever that, if you believe in that sort of thing, if that resonates with you, that you are there with, people say soul contract all the time, contract or a agreement or whatever, that you're going to come down and learn these lessons by signing up for these certain things. And that's how it rolls. So the relationships that you're in, you really, especially the ones that are passionate and the ones that you can't let go, you really have to know and admit that they are divine and that they are here. Your soul chose them. They're a part of you, essentially, and they're close family and soul mates with you, on whatever level, where you are able to really learn exactly what you need to be learning at that time. Okay, because again, if you want to take this life as selfish and this and that, and not do the learning and the growing and the enlightenment, then you're going to be having a rough time one way or another. I'm just going to tell you that. Part of the holistic health is not, let's stay on an even keel and stay the same and do the same thing every day for 50 years until we die. No, this is about getting to a certain place for the future, for our children, for the environment, for the spirituality, for personal growth and gain. Every single reason, okay? Every single reason beyond what I listed, okay? But these partnerships and these close, loving relationships, are meant for a reason. And even if they're not loving, the people, this is a thing with spirituality and new age thinking. People are like, cut you off. I have no qualms about cutting a bitch off, right? Okay, so you keep on doing that, and then the next people you got to cut them off, and then the next people you start to hang out with, you got to cut them off, when in reality, it's deep inside of you that has the problem. Okay, you are creating the same problems over and over. So you can go inside and fix them. Again, check out my shadow work playlist, check out my program playlist to learn how to do that. Okay, but when you're in the know, when you know what's going on, you're able to get so much further. And then this soul contract becomes so much more than just, we're in love, and you become so much more confident in it all because of that, because you've grown it to this soul level and you're recognizing the divinity in it. It's part of recognizing the divinity in yourself and seeing God or the universe in your other person and seeing the things that you can do together. And again, sky's the limit. So it's kind of about, again, the changes that are coming about because of the relationships. We're like, oh my gosh, like this relationship has taught me so much. I know it's for good, like some, at least at the very least, something good came out of it. Okay, but it is, like I said, there are these lessons, but it's also the new moon is also about, like I said, it's going to be fun. It's going to be romantic. It's people showing up, that want to be there, but it might be a little restless, and I don't want to say, bored, it's like, you're not going to get bored. Don't get bored. Don't be boring. Do something different. Do something a little bit unusual. Be flexible. Again, be open to the lessons and know that if something goes wrong, it's probably something that you set up for yourself when you weren't even thinking. It's like, think about it as Bill and Ted. Like, your higher self is the Bill and Ted from the future that has planted the things for you, exactly what you needed. Or, you can see it as the universe did it, or you did it, or you all did it, or it's the consciousness. It's like, whatever. I don't care, honestly, how you see it or what terminology you use or resonates with you, but it's kind of all the same thing, or we can at least come to a common, ground in thinking about it in that way. But this is a time to make improvements. You know, this is a time to be honest with yourself. Again, what do we need to release? When you're being compassionate with others, you're doing that also because you love yourself. And so, and it shows a lot, you know, to forgive. And when you come at people with a unconditional love and they feel that, you know, that's like one of the ultimate things you could do to honor somebody, you know. So listen to people, listen to the signs, listen to what is resonating with you. Really, this is about the higher mind and the high, again, what is the higher purpose of this relationship? And knowing that it's all good, basically. It's all light, it's all love. The sun nourishes everything for a reason. The darkness isn't even real. Especially when it's sunny, we can say that, right? That's kind of the idea. But again, it is a celebratory time. It's about, and the judgment comes in, to be able to judge yourself truly and righteously means that you're going to forgive others. Because if you truly are going to forgive yourself, then you have the capacity to forgive anybody else. Otherwise, if you don't have the capacity, then you don't have the capacity, you know, for either. Because, and the best way to forgive is to think about everybody as a child. And the way that they learn to deal with people, the way that they learn to do this stuff that's pissing you off or whatever's going on that you have to forgive them for, they probably had these same things done and worse, you know, as a young child. This was their, or a young kid or a young teen, a young adult, whatever, you know, like this was how they learned to live and to be treated. So that's the only reason why they're carrying it on. So we can't judge them. And the only reason we can identify with that and have that empathy is because we forgive ourselves. We've already been there with ourselves. Why would we judge anybody if we knew if we knew we did wrong and we had to forgive ourselves? Like that's the whole thing about, in the Bible, it talks about like, you will be judged at the same, you know, by the same staff or whatever as you are judging others, right? That's exactly why. Okay? You are having signs. Pay attention to the signs. Do the work. Read the books. Go. Actually, my book's not out yet, but you know what I mean? Like, good books. The Power of Now, The Magic of Thinking Big, The Secret, like all of these things. Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. Anything to kind of quantum success, like anything to kind of keep you growing and not like getting new terminologies and new ideas to be able to play with and toss around. This is a great information age, and part of this is about the information, getting us to these points where we can be, you know, knowing this stuff to forgive people, hearing this stuff to forgive, and that's why we're here to share. I mean, it's all about sharing mentally, news, you know, growing. It's all about love, and we're setting a foundation. We are like pushing out stuff, that karma and stuff that's going to come back to us, energy that's going to come back to us for a long time. This is the time. This is a beautiful time. Don't just enjoy the pleasant, you know, atmosphere, planetary atmosphere right now without doing any of this deeper work. You need to do the releasing. You need to do the work. And like I said, you will be very rewarded, again, with physical health, with social health, relationships that actually work, that you actually grow from, no stagnancy, the deeper feelings, that deeper sense of calm, that deeper sense of loving, and again, understanding, knowing other people, knowing that nobody can really get to you because you will forgive them. You will find a way. You're above this. You're growing. You're evolving. You are helping raise the consciousness of the whole entire world and beyond. Trust when I say that. So stay tuned. More videos coming at you soon. Check out my other channel if you want some more twin flamey stuff. Clary Berry Sanctuary. Again, check out the playlist. Take care. I will see you so soon.